Halloween. The word sends shivers down your spine. Costumes and candy. Ghosts and goblins. It's a night for thrills and chills. But have you ever wondered where this spooky celebration came from? Halloween has a long and fascinating history. Its roots go back centuries to ancient festivals and traditions. Over time, Halloween evolved. It changed and adapted, taking different forms throughout the ages. Today, Halloween is a beloved holiday. People around the world celebrate it. From trick-or-treating to haunted houses, Halloween is a time for fun and fright. Let's journey back in time and uncover the spooky evolution of Halloween. Our story begins with the Celts, a fascinating and mysterious ancient people. They were an ancient people who lived in parts of Europe, including what we now know as Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. The Celts celebrated a festival called Samhain, which was one of their most important and sacred times of the year. It marked the end of the harvest season, a time when they gathered the last of their crops and prepared for the long winter ahead. Samhain fell on October 31st, a date that has carried through to our modern Halloween celebrations. The Celts believed that on Samhain, the boundary between our world and the other world weakened, creating a thin veil between the living and the dead. Spirits could pass through easily, wandering freely among the living. To protect themselves, they lit bonfires and wore costumes, hoping to blend in with or scare away any malevolent spirits. They wanted to ward off harmful spirits and ensure their safety during this vulnerable time. Samhain was also a time for divination and fortune-telling, as the Celts believed the thinning veil made it easier to glimpse the future. The Celts consulted their priests, the Druids, for guidance, seeking answers and insights into what the coming year might bring. They wanted to know what the future held, using various methods such as crystal balls, tarot cards, and other ancient practices. Though the Celts are gone, their influence on Halloween remains strong, shaping many of the traditions we still follow today. Many of our modern Halloween customs, like trick-or-treating and carving jack-o'-lanterns, can be traced back to the ancient festival of Samhain, keeping the spirit of the Celts alive in our celebrations. As centuries passed, Christianity spread throughout Europe, reaching even the most remote corners of the continent. The influence of the Church began to permeate every aspect of life. The Church wanted to incorporate pagan traditions, understanding that it would be easier to convert people if their familiar customs were included. They thought it would help with the transition, making the new Christian practices more acceptable and less foreign to the local populations. In the 9th century, Pope Gregory IV did something clever. He recognized the importance of these local traditions and sought a way to merge them with Christian beliefs. He moved a Christian holiday to November 1st, strategically placing it to coincide with existing pagan festivals. It was All Saints' Day, a day to honor all Christian saints, both known and unknown, creating a bridge between the old and the new. The day before All Saints' Day became known as All Hallows Eve, or Halloween, a night filled with ancient traditions and new meanings. This linked the Christian holiday with the older Celtic festival of Samhain, a time when it was believed that the veil between the living and the dead was thinnest. People still remembered the ancient beliefs about spirits, ghosts, and the supernatural, which added a mystical element to the new celebration. They began to see Halloween as a time to remember the dead, blending the reverence for saints with the older customs of honoring ancestors. Over time, Halloween became associated with remembering not just saints, but all the faithful departed, creating a rich tapestry of traditions. People prayed for the souls of the dead on All Hallows Eve, hoping to aid them in their journey to the afterlife. It was a time for solemn reflection, a moment to pause and consider the mysteries of life and death and the connections between the past and the present. Halloween traveled across the Atlantic Ocean with European colonists. It took root in the New World, but slowly. Early American settlers were quite strict. They didn't approve of Halloween's more festive aspects. However, as America grew, so did Halloween. It became more popular in the 19th century. Irish immigrants escaping the potato famine brought their Halloween traditions with them. They helped shape how America celebrated. Halloween parties became common. People played games, told stories, and celebrated the harvest. It was a time for community and merriment. Section 5. A holiday transformed commercialization of Halloween. The 20th century brought about a dramatic shift in how Halloween was celebrated. It became increasingly commercialized. Companies saw the money-making potential of this spooky holiday. Costumes, decorations, and candy became big business. Stores stocked up on Halloween merchandise. Advertising played a huge role in popularizing new ways to celebrate. Trick-or-treating, once a small-scale tradition, exploded in popularity. Children eagerly donned costumes and went door to door collecting candy. Halloween was becoming the holiday we know today. Section 6. Halloween today, a global celebration. Halloween in the 21st century is a global phenomenon. Its popularity has spread far beyond its origins. People all over the world embrace the spooky fun. Haunted houses, costume parties, and horror movie marathons are just a few ways people celebrate. Halloween has become a billion-dollar industry with something for everyone. Social media plays a huge role in modern Halloween. People share costumes, decorations, and spooky stories online. It's a time to connect with others and revel in the Halloween spirit. Section 7. The magic of Halloween, enduring appeal. What is it about Halloween that continues to captivate us? Perhaps it's the thrill of dressing up and becoming someone else. Maybe it's the excitement of facing our fears, even if it's just for one night. Halloween allows us to tap into our imaginations and explore the unknown. It's a time for storytelling, for sharing spooky tales that send shivers down our spines. Halloween is a reminder that even in a world focused on logic and reason, there's still room for a little magic and mystery, and that's something worth celebrating. Section 8. Conclusion. Halloween's everlasting spirit. From its ancient origins as a Celtic festival where people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts, to its modern incarnation as a global celebration embraced by people of all ages and cultures, Halloween has undergone a remarkable transformation, evolving from a simple harvest festival to a night of elaborate costumes and festivities. Yet, despite all the changes, its core essence remains the same. The spirit of Halloween continues to captivate us. Halloween is a time to confront our fears, to explore the darker side of our imaginations, celebrate the cycle of life and death, and embrace the unknown. It's a moment to honor those who have passed and to revel in the mystery of what lies beyond. It's a holiday that allows us to be silly, spooky, and everything in between. Whether you're a ghost, a goblin, or a superhero, Halloween welcomes all. So, as you carve your pumpkins, don your costumes, and prepare for a night of fun and indulge in Halloween treats, remember the joy and excitement that this holiday brings. Remember the long and fascinating history of this beloved holiday, a history that spans centuries and cultures. Halloween is a testament to the power of tradition, a celebration that has endured through the ages, the enduring allure of the supernatural, and the stories that send shivers down our spines, and the simple joy of having a spooky good time. So let the spirit of Halloween live on in your hearts and homes.